Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Angela Brennan and today I'm bringing you yet another Christmas card, and this time it's for the craft challenge. This craft challenge that I use Digi stamps, and Digi stamps are new to me. So here I've printed the same image in 3 different sizes, and I use my Brother laser printer to do this. And it's the photo size that I adjust to get different sizes, and I think it depends on each laser printer or each printer that you use and what you adjust. I used the quick trimmer from SPELLBINDERS to trim the Deco foil. This is the static red from Brutus Monroe, I think, and I used the trimmer. You got 2 blades that come with it, one for foil and one for paper. I used the foil one and trimmed the foil to fit the image, and it's quite thin, the foil, so using a trimmer like this really helps me keep the cut straight and make sure that it fits over the image that I'm going to foil. And this foil here, it activates the toner from the laser printer, and I get that heat to activate it by using a laminator. And this is an old laminator that I got from Tesco many years ago. So you can use, I think, your Mink machine or a new laminator you get. You'll probably need to put it through once, but because this is an old laminator, I tend to put it through at least 3 times for some images. For this image, I put it through 3 times. And then you get a very nice crisp foiling of the image. I absolutely love the shine of the foil. You don't need a glimmer machine or a hot foiling machine, hot foil plates to do any foiling. There are many ways you can do foiling, and this is one way, using a laser printer. I'll show in future videos how you can use some transfer gels to do foiling, and that can be fun as well. So don't resign yourself from foiling just because you're not into hot foiling with the glimmer machines. Here is a different one, a smaller image. Here I use the silver shattered glass Deco foil. You get that shine here. When you look at the image that you can see through in the plastic of the foil, you will know how well the image is transferred onto the printed image. And I also did another one, and this one I used the AQUA Deco foil. And this is the biggest image that I printed and foiled. Look at you can see the image on the foil, which means it's really gone through well and the foiling is really thorough and complete. And this is all to do with the toner of the laser printer. And you can also foil your patterned paper. Again, it's the toner that gets activated. So this is from the ALTENEW Essential Black and White paper pack, and it really falls well on paper pack. So I use the AQUA Deco foil here and put it through the laminator. And this one you can just do it once and you get a good image, but I did it twice just to be sure, because it's quite an old laminator, as I mentioned. And just look at the foiling that comes off that plastic sheet. That tells you that it's been foiled really well, and that shine on that pattern paper. So I intend to put that strip at the bottom to anchor the image of the 3 wise men. I mark it with a pencil, and then I cut the bottom of the card where the image has been printed, and I fussy cut it. It's quite a thick paper, so fussy cutting it can be a little bit tricky. So it's not a difficult image to fussy cut because it's quite straight lines there, nothing too intricate. And I think it makes a difference when you fussy cut it and then you put a strip of foil or pattern paper at the bottom. It just looks a little bit more natural, and that's what I do here. I also printed the same image or the same size on a copier paper, thin copier paper, and the aim of that is to use it as a mask. So that copier paper, I fussy cut that as well, and I sprayed some repositionable adhesive. This is a pixie spray, and I used that as a mask before I did any ink blending over the image. So that's a pretty good way to use this Digi stamps. You can print it as many times as you want. Now, to choose the background, I take my ink swatches of Distress Oxides. I initially think I'm going to do some greens, going into a gradation of teal, but I ended up doing quite a blue background with peacock feathers, mermaid lagoon, and prize ribbon. Those are the colors I used for the background of the three wise men after masking it. And this is how I store my domed foams. I've got a video showing how I put this system together, and ever since I put it together, I do realize I use my distress inks a lot more. Sometimes if you don't have it organized, it's really hard to use it, but this way I can take it easily, but I can put it back as easily as well. And that's important when you're using any system, and I can expand the system as and when new colors get introduced. I start with the peacock feathers, and then I do the prize ribbon at the top, and in the middle I go back with mermaid lagoon, blending the colors as I go through them. Now the mask sticks quite well because the pixie spray does keep it in place, and it also allows for easy removal. So I blend the colors and make sure they look good. And then before I remove the mask, I decide to set the ink with a fine mist of water. I remove the mask. Then after that, I decide to color it. I color the image with various Copic colors, and I have this swatch of Copic colors here that shows which colors go together. It comes in really handy. I like my swatches. It just makes picking colors to use very easy. And I color the images following. I start always with a lighter color, lighter Copic color, then slowly adding the darker colors and blending them together. All the colors that I've used, even the purple, the red, the greens, the colors for the hair, the skin, and the gifts that are held by the three wise men, they're all listed in my blog, and the link to my blog is in the description below. I do have a lot of detail in my blog because I've been asked steps, more clearer steps to use as a reference for some of the cards I've created. So I do take a lot of effort to detail the steps and the instructions and the products I use in my blog, so do head over to my blog, and the link is in the description. As I mentioned, a lot of these things that I do, you can transfer it to any of the products that you have in your stash, whether it's Digi stamps or stamps that you have. You can use the same concepts and principles and techniques for the stamps and products that you have in your stash or craft room. Do apologize, my head and my face comes into the screen or into the camera quite a bit because I do get quite close when I do my coloring just to get a better view of it. After I finish the coloring, I do put the mask back on to do some splatters with white gouache paint, just to give it that little snow falling look so that it looks good. And I do assemble the card and add a star. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you subscribe, remember to press the notification bell so you're alerted when a new video is uploaded. I do love the shine that comes from the foil even after coloring. I think it really adds to the look of the card and it looks really pretty. It's never too early to start on your Christmas cards. So I like these challenges because by the time I get to December, I'll have a whole load of Christmas cards, and the good thing is they'll all be different because sometimes I'm in a hurry doing Christmas cards. I tend to mass produce them, but this way I get to enjoy the process because I do love making Christmas cards, and I do make different cards all the time because the challenges are so different, so versatile, and they take me out of my comfort zone. I'll leave you with some music now, and I'll catch you later. Here are the completed cards. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press that notification bell so you're alerted when a new video is uploaded. Do consider starting making your Christmas cards now. If you make even 1 or 2 a month, enjoying the process, you'll have all your cards ready for December. Or most of your cards anyhow. Even if you don't want to make Christmas cards, I hope you enjoyed the technique of doing some hot foiling without a glimmer machine or a hot foiling machine. You can do it with so many other ways. And this is one way, using the toner of your laser printer, the printed image, or patterned paper. Or indeed, there are other ways which I'll show you in upcoming videos. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you at my next video. Happy crafting. Take care.